Do you have students in your class that can't understand you? Do you feel uncomfortable in front of your students because of your poor pronunciation? This is totally natural. Here we'll show you some practices in and out of the classroom that will help you to improve your English and help your students to understand you better.
Communication is not always a language barrier. There are definite cultural dimensions as well. The most fruitful way of overcoming cultural barriers is to show your students that you care. At the earliest opportunity, you should get to know your students, their name, their backgrounds, where they come from, and subjects that interest them. You will see that just a few moments of small talk at the beginning of each class will go a long way.
Good morning, class. How was everyone's weekend? All right. I was thinking that we could try something new. I really wanted an opportunity to get to know all of you, and thinking that maybe you want to get to know me, I could tell you what I was doing this weekend, and then some of you could share what you did this weekend. I went up to see one of my sisters up in Albany. She goes to school there, and we had a really nice dinner together, and then we did some of the touristy stuff. Miss Marissa, what did you do this weekend?
I actually went into the city to the St. Patrick's Day parade and met up with some friends, and I overindulged a little bit, and now I'm feeling a little green today.
So, green, like the color. So, is it more than that? Because I get that, because green, obviously Irish, but I don't get what else you're laughing at.
Green kind of means that you're feeling a little sick, and I think Marissa means that she drank too much and has a good old-fashioned hangover.
Oh, so then we should probably take it easy on Marissa today.
Mm-hmm.
Cultural obstacles may be overcome by showing your enthusiasm and by being attentive to the actions and reactions of your students. Keep in mind that as the instructor, it is your responsibility to be upfront about any language issues. A student may come to speak with you about a problem, but he or she may be unwilling, scared, or embarrassed to admit it is one of communication. Therefore, it is very important to have an open door policy and to show your students that you care and that you will listen.
Hi, Marissa.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I was wondering if you had a second to talk about something with me.
Sure, come on in, have a seat.
Okay, thank you. Well, I've been having some trouble with the class, and I was wondering if maybe we could talk about it.
Okay, yeah. Is it the material of the course?
No, not really. I mean, I seem to be getting the material. I understand the material. It's not really that.
Okay. How about the textbook? Like, when you read it, is it good? Do you understand that?
Yeah, I mean, the readings are fine. I feel comfortable with the material. I feel like I understand the textbook and the way it describes the information.
All right, then, is it the recitations? Is it me in the recitations? Do you understand the way I'm communicating? Is that?
It might be a little bit difficult for me, but I don't want to make a big deal out of it or anything, so.
Oh, no, it's okay. You should make a big deal out of it. The recitations are really important, and a student can get a lot out of them. So maybe we can come up with some ideas to help better our communication in the way I discuss things in class.
Okay. Do you have any suggestions how we could do that?
Sure. Let me, how about instead of just giving my notes out in the class, I can put them up on Blackboard. And that way you'll have them in front of you. You can print them up first, and that way if there's some phrases that I'm saying that you're not catching the way I'm saying them, you can see them in front of you. You can print them up before. I know the professor does that, so I can just ask him and see if I can do that too.
Okay.
And then I do a lot of writing on the Blackboard. Maybe if I bring in an overhead projector, I'll be writing and you'll be seeing me as I write rather than looking at my back. That could be helpful too.
Definitely. I think that would help.
All right, so let's start with those, and I'll try those, and I'll talk to the professor about putting my notes up on Blackboard.
Great. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
All right.
It's not hopeless. There are strategies to help you improve your English. We've stressed open communication with your students. Now we'll discuss some strategies that will help you further your learning process.
Be familiar with the text that you will be reading from. Make sure you know your material. And if there are any content words that are unfamiliar to you or you're not sure how to pronounce, be sure to ask your professor or a native English-speaking friend.
Also use a variety of techniques. Use nonverbal strategies. Blackboard, power presentations, overhead projector, charts, demonstrations. These are all things that will help to clarify your lecture.
And finally, work on ways to try to improve your English. Maybe you can take an ESL class at the university, or perhaps use the language lab. Be sure to listen to American television and radio, and spend a lot of time speaking with American students, teachers, and friends.
Good luck.
Good luck.